Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of HubChat. Today we're going to be getting a bit personal. We're going to be talking about some life stories and just some embarrassing stories about our life, just to let you guys get to know us a bit better. I hope you guys enjoy the episode, and as always, please like, subscribe and comment. I have one so my mom doesn't know this story either. She, to this day, still believes something else, so I'm going to explain. So basically, my mom, we were decorating our living room, right? This was about good old 4 years ago, right? So we were decorating our living room. My mom had bought some statues and vases and stuff to obviously decorate the living room and stuff, right? So we were all my parents must have gone out to go shopping, right? And she left all of us at home. I was about 13, 14, so I'm still quite responsible at that age. And so we were playing, I think it was football in the house. We were playing football. We weren't allowed to, but obviously when our parents are gone, you do silly stuff in it when your parents aren't home. So we were playing football, right? And then my brothers had to go, they went upstairs for something, and I must have carried on kicking the ball around the house. And one of her statues broke. I kicked the ball and it broke. And I was like, oh no. Because my mum had literally just bought this, right? And I was like, oh, what do I do? So what I did was I got it. I took it. I got this statue, got all the pieces and whatever. And I took it into my utility room and I hid it behind the washing basket or something. Where all the laundry's kept and stuff. I hid it behind there, and I was like, yeah, no one will find it. And then we just carried on with our day. And then I think my mom found it the day after or something. And she was like, who broke it? And went on a mad one. And basically she just assumed it was my younger brother, because obviously he was still little then. So she was thinking, oh, he must have been silly around it. And basically she must have said to my brother, oh, did you break it? And he was like, no, I didn't, Mom. And then she was like, don't lie to me. And then he was like, yeah, I did, I broke it. I don't know how I did it. I don't remember. I don't remember how it broke. And he burst into tears so badly. And he was like, I'm here in the living room trying not to laugh, because I broke it. I was the one who broke it. And I was like, no, man, if he's taking the blame, I'm not going to take it. You can do it, because not me. He was crying his eyes out oh, Mom, I don't remember how I broke it, but I did break it. And I was like, don't laugh. And to this day, my mom still does not know. She still believes that my younger brother did it. I never told her. I was like, no, I'm telling you. But yeah, that was one.
Oh, hi, Mom. I'm going to send it to her.
No, do you know what? Yeah, she's going to watch it. She's going to watch it. I'll be inflated. But yeah, that was one really funny one that happened. And my younger brother still he believes it was him. I don't know why he believes it was him, but he thought it was him. He was quite clumsy when he was younger, so I think that's probably why he was yeah, I probably did break it one time and I hid it, and I just don't remember what I did with it. So yeah, that was quite a funny one.
Yeah, that's a bit mad.
Yep.
Well, I always used to get the blame as well. My sister used to break stuff, and I used to get the blame.
Well, I mean, being the middle child, you get blamed a lot for
Middle child
what your siblings do. Yeah, it's really not good. I mean, I don't really mind it, honestly. Yeah, I'm used to it at this point. I just accept it. If they blame me, yeah, go ahead. I don't care. Just blame me. blame me for everything.
I'm the eldest, so I was the one who got all the strict rules and you need to be in bed at this time. Now I see my siblings doing it. I'm like, I would have gotten smacked up if I did something like that. Do you know what I mean? They get away with everything. Me and my siblings say this a lot, but my youngest brother is quite a fussy eater. None of us are, the older ones. I've got 3 siblings, by the way. So the older 3, including me, we aren't fussy, right? But when it comes to my younger brother, he's so fussy with everything he eats, and he gets away with everything. And I'm like, that's really rude. That's not cool. That's not nice. But then we do bully him a lot. There was one time
Fair enough.
when we went to Morocco, right? So I'm talking about me bullying my siblings, right? So get this, we went to Morocco as a holiday, I think in 2017. And when we go on holiday, we generally go to water parks, because all of us are quite fond of the water and stuff. We generally go to a resort and it's water park. So we go there.
What part of Morocco?
We went to Marrakesh I think it was Marrakesh, but I don't know if we were somewhere else before. So I know we did Marrakesh for Atlas Mountains and doing the sightseeing and stuff. So
maybe we went to Casa?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was. I'll have to double check, but I can't remember. But we went Marrakesh and we saw how argan oil was made, because I've never known how argan oil was made, and it's so wicked because you see them do it like handmade. It was wicked. But anyway, so we went to the resort and there's loads of slides there. And my young brother was obviously a little bit, he's like 12, he's 12 going on 13 now. And he was a bit younger then. So he must have been a bit scared of going on this slide, right? So it's literally a vertical slide that you go down and then it goes up, right? So all of us had done it. It was really fun. And we were like, Issa, do it. And he's like, no, can't do it. And he would be sitting there and the guy like, the lifeguard, every time he'd come up, he'd see him do it and he'd wait like 5 minutes like, come on man, there's a line now, like you need to go, you have to go, you don't, right? So then he did it about 4 times and he just walked away and he ended up like coming to another ride or something, doing it again. And there was one day, I think it was one of the ones where before we were leaving, right? Where he must have been sitting there, my dad came up with us and he was there and I think he must have told the lifeguard, literally, just push him down, like give me permission, right? Just push him, just go. So he must have been sitting there fapping about, I don't know if I can do it, right? And the lifeguard pushed him. And he pushed him and he was screaming so loud. He was like, and then he goes, and then when he got off, he goes, I'm gonna kill that lifeguard. Like he was giving him threats and everything. And this lifeguard was basically just pissing himself at the top, right? He was killing himself. He's like, stupid lifeguard, I'm gonna kill him. Dad, you have to tell him off, like he can't do that. And my dad, everyone was laughing. I was there with my cousins, we were all laughing because he was like, obviously when he got off the ride, he was like, it wasn't actually that bad. And he was like, I'm going to kill this lifeguard, he's so stupid. And every time he went up there, he gave him such a dirty look. He was like, stupid lifeguard.
Is it the one where you stand like this and then the floor just opens and you drop down? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's like, stupid lifeguard. He just pushed him in, locked it, and he was like, yeah, go. It was so funny. Honestly, that was the funniest thing ever. But I feel like that's how my brother kind of got less afraid of like going on stuff like that.
My embarrassing story is a typical one. I think it happens to most people, or at least I tell myself that to make myself feel better. But I think this was like 3 years ago. I was in the library and I was just looking at like books. I was like looking at the bookshelf. And then to the left of me, there's this girl and she all of a sudden she's like, hi. And then she like stretches out her hands and I'm thinking, she's coming to hug me. And I'm like, do I know her? Does she know me? Am I like not recognizing her? And I'm like smiling. I said hi back and like, I'm about to go like almost hug her back. And then she's like, no, not you, babes. And it was like, she was hugging a girl.
That's one of them where you stay up at night and you just think about it.
Exactly. Keeps me up at night. I just wanted to like dissolve. In that moment, like it was
just disappear. I don't want to come back.
Yeah, but she was nice about it. We had a bit of a laugh about it, and then I just went into the other section of the library.
Oh god!
Oh no, that's a no.
Oh my god!
I know, that was awful. Keeps me up at night
I
still.
can feel the secondhand embarrassment. Like I genuinely can feel it right now. Like it's
I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of them guys where, you know, if a cringy speech comes on, film or something, I can't like watch it. I have to kind of like look away or...
Yeah, you gotta look away.
Yeah.
The cringe is too much.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I've got one. Basically, before I got my new phone, so I've got an iPhone XR, I used to have a Samsung, and this Samsung was like beat up, I've had this for years, cracked screen, like mashed up case, like it was barely surviving, let's put it like that, right? So I just didn't care about it, right? I just do whatever with it, right? So I had this really bad habit of just leaving my phone everywhere. Like I didn't care, like I was barely ever on my phone. I used to just leave my phone everywhere, right? So this happened one time when I was in sixth form, before I came to Leighton. In sixth form, I must have left my phone in my form class. And I didn't realize until 3 like periods after when I went to my study, I was like, it's my phone. And I was like, you're taking a piss. I took a whole hour to go around the whole of this like college, and it's massive, right? Because it's a college and secondary school at the same time. It's a linked thing. Looking around, trying to find my phone, like where's my phone gone? And it was in my phone class the whole time. Luckily, no one stole it. But like, it was just sitting there in the corner, looking all depressed, like, Mari, you idiot, why have you done that, right? You're thinking, okay, this isn't that bad, right? So now we're going to go back to like 2015, right? When I went to Turkey on a holiday, right? So we were in Anatolia for the first 7 days. And then for the last 3 days, we went to Istanbul for like tourists. So obviously when you go there, when you go to a different country, you need money, right? So we needed to exchange our money, right? So we must have gone there and we went to this money exchange place, and my dad and my uncle had to exchange money and stuff. So I must have been there just waiting, sitting, left my phone on the counter, right? Left my phone on the counter and just left it there, leave it be, whatever, right? So then once we were done, I must have walked out and we left it. And I left my phone there. And I didn't realize I left my phone there, right? And I was walking around doing my whole day went by, was completely fine, like just vibing, everything's good. And my dad must have gone to me, Mari, where's your phone? And I went, oh, it's in my bag. I opened my bag, my phone's not there, and I'm like, you know, you have to think back because you're thinking the last thing you want to do is lose your phone in a foreign country, innit? So I'm thinking, what have I done with my phone? And I was thinking, I was like, oh no, we were still out like doing this whole tourist thing, right? Keeping in mind, my dad and my sister had picked it up like on the side counter, and she gave it to my dad, and my dad was like, all right, we're gonna play with her because obviously she's forgotten her phone, right? My dad had it in his pocket, but he was just playing with me like, oh, what have you done? Da, da, da. And I was like, I think I may have left it in this shop. And he literally made me go back to all of these different shops trying to look for my phone and stuff, right? When he had it in his hand the whole time, right? And he was just playing with me. And as soon as we were, because obviously the exchange place was quite far from where we were, and obviously my dad didn't want to walk all the way there. So he must have been like, Myra, and I was like, where did you find it? Where was it? And he was like, he goes, you left it on the counter of an exchange money bank. Obviously, like, these areas of Turkey, like, they're back roads and stuff, right? Some people would have come and just taken it, do you know what I mean? And he was like, you should be lucky your sister caught it, otherwise, like, that would have been really bad. But I was like, that was so thing. And my dad didn't give me, like, he gave me a mouthful that day. He was like, you need to be careful with your phone, da da da. And I've been traumatized ever since. I've looked after my phone ever since, guys. So don't worry. I haven't left my phone anywhere.
God.
You know that feeling where you check in your pockets? It's not there.
Yeah. You get a mini heart attack. Like, oh my God, wasn't I here? Yeah, man, I've had that many times, man. With keys especially. Like, if I don't have my house keys, I'm just like,
oh my God.
What?
You know, because you know they're in that designated spot. You know they have to be there. If they're not there, where are my keys?
Yeah.
Because like I have a specific pocket. I always put my keys in my left hand pocket, right? If my keys aren't in my left hand pocket, I'm like, right, who's stolen them? Someone's taken them. Why?
And I don't know if this has happened to you, Mario. You know when you're looking for your glasses and you're wearing them, and it's just like you're looking for like a minute or two, and then you finally go.
I've done this so many times. My mom and dad just play along with it because I have a habit of keeping my glasses on top of my head, right? So I put my glasses on top of my head, right? And I'm like, what am I doing with my glasses, man? Like, I need to do my work and stuff, right? So where's my glasses? I come down and look at it. And my whole family plays along with it because, like, I'm just like that. So they're just like, no, I haven't seen it. Like, and I'm like, what have I done with it? And then my mom would look at me. She'd be like, are you being serious? And I'm like, well, yeah, I can't find my glasses. Like, where are they? She's like, and I'm like, I've spent like 10 minutes looking for my glasses, and you lot just wanted to play along and just take the piss and not tell me that my glasses are on top of my head. I just don't think my family rate me sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't trust your family, though.
But do you know what? My family we're just a bunch of like jokers, as in like everyone just has to pull a prank on someone once a day, like just do something stupid, like just, I don't know. It's always something, and I'm like, what? Why? Who provoked you? Who provoked you? Honestly.
Who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you, bro?
What was the need? I wasn't doing anything to hurt or what do you call it? Like annoy you. So what's the issue now? Why are we beefing?
This was like years ago, so before the lockdown. We went to Nando's, right? And if you know me, you know that I never go beyond the medium level of chilliness, like the hotness. But that day, I was feeling a bit like, devilish. Like I was feeling a bit like, a little cheeky, do you know what I mean? So I tried for the hot for the so not hot, the extra hot. Sorry, the extra hot chicken, a quarter chicken. Let's just say, me and my friend were like, yeah, let's turn this into a competition. Yeah, let's make sure. Okay, let's do this. Let's eat this chicken, but we can't have any milk or anything. Okay. So and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm Asian. I can handle it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can handle it. Like, obviously, I thought it wasn't that bad at first. Okay, but as soon as I took like the first bite, bro, I was like, nah, man, bro, listen, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And it's like, nah, you have to, man. You have to, like, you got no other choice.
Spicy.
Listen, you're surprised, yeah. You might say Asians have high tolerance for chili. I don't. I can't go beyond medium. Like hot or extra hot, I can't handle it. Yeah, I know I'm a disgrace. I don't care. I don't care.
You're disgracing Asians.
Listen,
Don't leave. Don't come back.
I'm not Asian. I'm a fake Asian. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, as soon as I took the first bite, bro, my stomach started rumbling. You don't understand. It started rumbling like proper, right? Like, and he said, yeah, you can't have milk or anything. I'm like, okay, fine. As soon as I go home, yeah, I'm gonna chug 3 liters of milk. Don't worry about it. But man, I swear to God, on the way home, yeah, it was madness. Like, you could hear the grumbling, okay? And I was like, yeah, that's normal, you know, it happens, man. It's just, you know. But like, when I got on the bus, right, I don't know what happened, but like, I thought, so I let one out, right? Like, I farted, yeah? And I thought it wasn't that bad. I was like, yeah, it's fine, yeah? But I'm telling you, yeah, since my friend can't tolerate it either, yeah, so he also let it out as well, innit? And yeah, we basically made the whole bus thing.
You know what? I'm just not going to go on a bus with Zach anymore because
I've never been on one, but now I know not to go.
Listen. You know what? And then one of the inspectors, one of the ticket inspectors that come, they came basically, right? And they thought like there was a stink bomb or something. So basically, we had to evacuate the whole bus.
How bad did it smell?
And then
How bad did it smell?
I'm gonna get another bus. I'm sorry, but yeah, that was that one time I delayed everyone's journey for an hour or two because we ate Nando's. But I'm telling you, this is the first bite I took. I was like, oh my God, is this what I'm gonna eat?
Yeah.
And then my friend just looked at me, right? And do you know when you eat something spicy, you know, your nose starts drooling and then your eyes start to get red. My friend was he recorded me like me in pain. I told him to delete it, yeah, and he didn't. So it's somewhere out there. I mean, if you're lucky enough, you can find it. But you know,
God,
Or if you're unlucky enough, you'll find it.
No. I don't think you guys will find it. I don't think. I hope not. And if you do, please don't share it. Okay, keep it to
next
yourself.
episode, we're going to come back. Zach, we found the video.
Good luck finding the video. Okay, good luck. Okay. But what I tell you, my nose was drooling like proper. I think I ran out of tissues as well. Like I always have tissues in my pocket. I ran out of it. We asked the waiter for more tissues, and then the waiter just got fed up. Like, no, I'm sorry, we don't have any tissues anymore.
Oh God.
And then, we wasted a lot of tissue. I'm not gonna lie. Fun times. Good times. Yeah. We live anyway there.
I just thought of another story, obviously, because my cat's sitting on my bed over there. But talking about when I went on holiday, when we went to Morocco, we asked my dad's brother to look after the cat, right? Because they've got his brother. So my cousin's got his brother, my cat's brother. So we were like, oh, that'll work out. So they looked after our cat while we were in Morocco. So we must have gone to Morocco. Everything's fine and whatever, right? And then obviously, you know, when you like come home, like it's a bit sad, innit? Coming home to like, nothing's nice about coming home to London, innit? So we come home and everything, and we open the door, and there's all these yellow posters, and we're like, what? There's loads of yellow posters like stuck around our houses, right? And it says missing cat, call this number, has been missing since da-da-da-da. And all the dates matched up, and like from when we were gone and stuff has been missing from so-and-so. And you're thinking, come on, man, you're telling me you've lost my cat. I was thinking, what has happened, right?
Oh no.
So everyone's panicking, right? So I'm thinking, nah. I was like in denial about it, right? I'm thinking, no, it can't be, like, I bet it's a fake number. So then my dad like typed it into his phone, innit? And it was actually his brother's number. So we were like, we've lost our cat. Like my cat's my pride and joy, right? I love my cat to bits. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna start crying. Like, are you telling me you've lost my cat? Because I'm gonna start crying. Like, it's not even funny, right? And then all of a sudden, you can hear my cat's jingle coming down the stairs. Hi guys. And I'm thinking, so where's all this? Why are we at posters? Like, what's this prank? I don't get it, right? So basically, what had happened was when we were on holiday, he actually did go missing. Like, he did go missing. So they were told to keep him in the house, obviously, because it's not an environment he knows about. So he could get easily lost. So they were like, just keep him in the house. But it must have been one time where they let their cat out, and my cat must have like dipped out. He's like, yeah, I want to go outside. So he dipped out and he didn't come back for like a day. And obviously they panicked and stuff like, oh no, this isn't what our cat, like, what we're gonna do. So they made posters and everything like, oh, make sure our cat comes back. Hopefully we'll like call us, whatever. And yeah, so they were in panic and they didn't want to tell us, obviously, because we're on holiday. The last thing you want to know when you're on holiday is like something's gone wrong back home, right? So they just kind of kept it quiet, hoping that the cat would come back before we came home. And then when we came home, they found it. I think it was at like right early in the morning, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. He must have come back and he came into the house. It was just the day we came back, which I thought was so funny. Came back, and my cat was like the happiest thing in the world. Like coming back, like, yeah, like they've been panicking this whole time, like they've lost the cat, but it was fine. But yeah, that was what was happening. We have one of those posters still laying in our house. Don't think we kept it like in the. It's like just up somewhere, like, oh, missing cat. But it's just so funny because they were literally planted around our whole house. It's so funny. My cat's fine, guys, don't worry.
Fair enough. Hello.
Do you want to chat? No, you're here, go on.
Alright, I'll tell a story, I guess.
Hey, go on.
Alright, so this was still when I was young. So you know when you're a kid and you kind of like, well, me, when I was a kid, we used to play on like the street and stuff.
Yeah.
We used to play football in the street. We used to just go around, have fun. I remember we used to leave the house with literally like 50p. And it used to last us all the way until like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Get them ice lollies and everything.
Yeah.
And this is, my story is, this woman, actually a Karen before Karens existed, yeah.
Okay.
We always used to play on my back garden, play football, or sometimes we used to play cricket if there was a tennis ball and a racket or whatever. So I remember this woman, every time she used to walk past, going into her house, we would be playing. And you could just see her visibly get redder and redder and more angry whenever she used to go past.
Yeah.
Until one point, she just like, I remember she exploded and she ended up calling the police on us. No. That's why I say she's a Karen.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no.
So we weren't doing anything. We were just playing football. And worst thing about it is that day, I remember her coming out screaming at us. So we're maybe like, I can't remember how old we were. It was like year 6, so we weren't too old, yeah. And I remember her coming out screaming, "You guys can't play on public roads. What's wrong with you? No, talk to your parents." I can't remember exactly what she was saying, but she was fuming. She was going crazy, yeah.
Oh.
So then she calls the police on us later on. And thankfully the police guy, he was like, "Oh, don't worry, it's okay." She's like, they know about her. You understand? She would come out like almost all the time. And she'd kind of just look at us, and then she'd go back into her house, and then she'd come back like every single day, and it was building up and building up and building up. And if she walked past and she saw us, it was building up. That day she called the police. It was so funny. Because the police officer came and he was literally joking around with my dad. It was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, we know her. She calls us. She's called us before.
Do you know what I'm surprised about? She said that, kids can't play in the public grounds. I'm like, really? It's public for a reason, you know?
No, I think it was because we used to, basically, on the back road of my house, there's like a road that cars don't really go through.
Oh, yeah.
It's still a road, but there's not really any cars parked, and cars don't go through that way because it's like a back way. So we used to play there. If a car came past, we'd go onto the pavement. It wasn't like it was technically our back garden outside, if that made sense. Because I used to play with the neighbors' kids. Yeah. And I remember, and then sometimes you'd go past and you'd see her looking out the window, creeping. The curtain, peeking. It was so funny, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when she sees you, she's gonna act like she's cleaning or something, like.
Yeah. You're the ones where you're watching and you're doing something else. Yeah.
That's a nice light.
You know what? If she was ballsy, I would have respected more if she just maintained it. Just carried on looking.
In it.
Yeah.
I'm watching you, kids. I'm watching you. Ooh.
Yeah. She had nothing to do.
Probably didn't.
Yeah, probably didn't have nothing to do, yeah.
Like, if the police are being like, she's called us a couple of times, she probably has no life, but, like, just to piss you lot off, do you know what I mean? Just to annoy you lot, just to ruin your fun, she can't have any.
Yeah. There are lots of people like that nowadays.
There is. Oh my God.
No, but it was like,
okay, listen, you. I'm gonna do my things, and let's not get any trouble.
Yeah.
But it wasn't during the winter. It was like during the summer. There was like everyone used to be out, kids out, everyone just playing and going to the park and everything. Yeah. Still remember that.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of HubChat where we had a story time. If you guys have any stories, we'd love to hear them. Just feel free to write them down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.